3 years ago, I had $200 left in the church's marketing budget. That was it. And my wife looked at me and said, Paul, we can't keep doing this the same way. So I did something that most pastors told me was a waste of money. I put that $200 into Facebook ads. And what happened next changed everything about how I think about church growth. Now, I want you to stay with me because by the end of this video, you're going to see the exact thing I did, and you're going to be able to do it too for yourself. I'm Bishop Paul Hardin, senior pastor and founder of Dominion Church International. We went from 20 people to over 300 people in under 2 years. And a big part of that story starts with that $200. So let's get into it. Here's what my Sunday mornings used to look like. I'd stand up to preach, and I'd privately, quietly, I'd count the seats. Not because I was proud of what I saw, but because I was afraid of what I wasn't seeing. We had maybe 40 people in the room. I mean, good people, faithful people, people that I loved, that loved me, loved God. But I knew that God had called us to do more than this. And I was doing everything I was supposed to do. I was preaching my heart out. I was knocking on doors. I was doing events. I was doing outreach. Nothing that we were doing was moving the needle. Does that sound familiar to you? And here's what I didn't know just yet. I wasn't failing because I wasn't working hard enough. I was failing because I didn't have a system. So one night, sitting at my kitchen table, looking at the budget, and I see this line item, $200 for marketing. Now, I've been told by multiple pastors that Facebook ads don't work for churches, that people don't come to church through social media, that it's a waste of time. And for a minute, I believed them. But then I asked myself a different question. I said, if I were a first-time guest looking for a church in my city right now, where would I be? And y'all, the answer was obvious. I'd be on my phone. So I took that $200 and I built the simplest ad I could imagine. No professional video, no graphic designer, no agency. I sat in front of my phone and I said on camera exactly who we were, exactly where we met, and exactly what someone could expect when they walked through the door. 30 seconds, did it in one take with a $200 budget. I targeted a 10-mile radius around our church building, and then I did the hardest thing a pastor can do. I waited. The first Sunday, 2 new families walked in who said they found us on Facebook. 2 families. Now, you might be thinking, well, that's not a lot, Paul. But here's what you got to understand about church math, which is different from regular math. 2 families is 4 to 6 people. If they stay, and we built a system to make sure they stayed, that's potentially 4 to 6 new tithers. Over a year, that's a significant number. And those 2 families are going to tell other people off of that same $200. So I did it again the next month, except this time I spent $300. Let me show you exactly what that looked like. So over the next several months, I started to notice a pattern. The ads that worked all said the same kind of things, and the ads that didn't work, I could tell you why they failed. What I was accidentally building was a system, and I eventually named that system the Double in 90 Days method. It's built on 3 things, 3 moves that every growing church makes, whether they know it or not. Move 1, get people. You gotta create a front door that works even when you're not personally inviting someone, and that's what the ads do. Move 2, keep people. Getting somebody in the doors means nothing if they don't come back. Your Sunday experience, your follow-up system, your growth track, that's what keeps them. And move 3, grow people. A church that turns attenders into contributors, into volunteers, into leaders. That church never stops growing because growth becomes self-generating. Now, most pastors only work on move 2 and move 3. They try to disciple people they don't have yet. The $200 ad, well, that was the beginning of learning how to win with move 1. So real quick, if this is resonating with you, I wrote a book called How to Double Your Church in 90 Days. It's $4.99. That's it. Inside, you're going to get the exact system I used that took my church from 20 people to over 300 people, plus bonuses that walk you through the ad strategy, the follow-up system, the church growth track that we used at Dominion Church. Links in the description, $4.99. Go ahead and grab it. Now, let me finish this story because the best part hasn't happened yet. By month 6, we weren't spending $200 a month anymore. We were spending $500, then $800. Not because we had more money, but because the system was producing a return that justified reinvesting. Now, here's a number I want you to hold on to. Our cost per regular attender was approximately $70. $70 to add a person to your church. Now, think about what a new family is worth to your church in year 1, in tithes and volunteer hours and in the next family they invite. The ROI, the return on investment on $70 is extraordinary. Within 2 years, we went from 20 people to over 300. And we didn't do it through luck. We didn't do it through a viral moment. We did it through a repeatable system that we ran every single month and got better at every single time. Now, I want to address something. Okay, I've had pastors tell me, Paul, I don't believe in marketing the church. The Holy Spirit's supposed to draw people. And I respect that conviction. I mean, I really do. But let me ask you something. Did you put a sign on your building? Did you print a bulletin? Did you ever post on Facebook that Sunday service starts at 10? Guess what? That's marketing. The question was never whether you should tell people you exist. The question is whether you're doing it strategically or accidentally. God can fill a room, but he tends to do it through people who make room available. So here's what I want you to take away from this video. You don't need a big budget or a big team to start. You do need a system. And if you're sitting here, in fact, in the same spot where I was, looking at a room that isn't full yet, I want you to know that that story doesn't have to end there. Download How to Double Your Church in 90 Days in the description. It's $4.99. And it's the starting point for everything that I've built since that $200 bet. And if you want to go deeper, just dropped a video on the exact Facebook ad script that brought in our first two families. That's the one right here. I'll see you on the next podcast.